What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are sitting in Lafayette, Colorado right now because we're going to bring you some great stuff.
Yeah, we're going to talk about 5 pros and cons of living in Lafayette, Colorado.
All right, so here we go. What is going on? Your Colorado real estate family, Pete and Chelsea Sweeney here. We love making videos for families out there who are looking to relocate into the Colorado, Denver Metro North area. So if you could please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, give us a quick thumbs up because we really want to help you guys out. And the best way we can do that is by growing this channel with more traction, more subscribes, more likes, notification bells, so that every time we put out some new stuff, you get to see it right away. Also, you got the phone number that's going to be going down right below here. You can throw us a call or a text and we'll reach out as soon as possible. So here we go. We're going to be talking about Lafayette, Colorado today. So yeah, Lafayette, it's beautiful here. And first things first, I'm gonna tell you, this is our take 2. We tried doing this yesterday, and we tried bringing the kids. Some ice cream was involved, and the last thing you want to do is give kids some ice cream and think their attention is gonna be held elsewhere. So that was fun to say the least. So
we thought we would be really authentic. Like, yeah, we'll bring the kids and we'll just like let them eat ice cream. It'll be fine.
Yesterday.
And I think it's gone a lot better. But before. Yeah, no, not so much. So there's that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So all right, here we go. Some pros and cons. So we're looking at where we got about 5 of each, right around there.
Yeah,
5 pros, 5 cons. First one we're going to go over right now is accessibility, which is actually as a pro and a con. Accessibility. All right, so the con for accessibility of Lafayette, Colorado is Denver. Denver isn't going to be that close for you guys. You're definitely going to run into some traffic because you got I-25 north. You essentially get off on Baseline, and Baseline goes all the way to Lafayette. But what you got to think about is the drive from I-25 all the way to Lafayette. You're looking at probably like 20 minutes. Depending on traffic, of course, you know, it could be a little bit longer than that, but it's a little bit harder because you're already looking at, by the time you get from Lafayette over to I-25, you got that 20 minutes, and then probably about 35 to 40 minutes going down to downtown Denver. So accessibility to Denver isn't there. Huge pro though is going to Boulder. You're only 9 miles away, right? So you're looking at probably like a 15-minute drive, depending on traffic. Rush hour, you're looking at maybe closer to 20. So a lot closer to Boulder. If you're looking to relocate where you're going to be working in the Boulder area, then this is definitely a great spot to be, because another thing is it's in Boulder County. So we're going to go over something else about with it being Boulder County. It's a huge pro later on in this video.
Yeah, the second thing we're going to talk about is the hospital system. So if any of you guys know me, that's obviously my background, so I think it's a big pro. So one of the big pros about the hospital system is that you have the big STL system over at Good Samaritan Hospitals. I mean, it has medical offices, it has the hospital. I mean, really, it's like a one-stop shop, and it is just this huge area combined of a bunch of different medical professionals. The con probably is the fact that, like, we were gonna have our kid over at Good Samaritan, beautiful mom baby. We were gonna have our kid over there, and it's very like Kaiser heavy, and so depending on what insurance that you actually have, and because it's kind of further north, our midwives actually didn't go there. So you know, depending on kind of where you're going to be seeing like your private practices and able to use the hospital system, you have to make sure your doctor's actually kind of around there. So I think that would be the only real con. Back to the pro though, because it's such a big hospital system, it's not actually bedded into a lot of the residential area. So it's really nice because it's like right outside the residential area, but it's super accessible to get there because it's 287, which is kind of what Wadsworth turns into. So high speed to be able to get there quickly and not too close to the residential area, so not very disruptive.
Well, it's right off the tollway too.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the main reason we're using it, is because our house right now is like right after the tollway, and it's like when baby decides to come, we're just gonna shoot straight
right
over 75 all the way. Well, it's listed 75. doesn't mean that people go 75.
You mean you don't go 75?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, very cool. So hospital system. Next thing we're going to be talking about Old Town Lafayette, which is a huge pro to the city. This is the heart of the city of Lafayette. Great walkability. You have all these cool little shops, all these cool little restaurants. You got this place Tangerine over here. What's the other one? Community. You got Santiago's, which if you're not familiar with Santiago's in Colorado, they are known for the breakfast burritos. It's like $2 for a breakfast burrito. Everyone loves them. Quick, just a breakfast burrito for in the morning. They got Stem Cidery, which is a Acreage restaurant. Amazing spot. It's up on the hill, more over outside of Old Town a little bit, but it's just the views for days. It's an amazing spot. They have a bunch of games, like yard games and stuff outside. They have picnic tables. So that's a great spot. People have weddings there and everything. I mean, Stem's freaking amazing too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. So Old Town in itself is amazing. Con to that with I guess we're going to go into more of the walkability. You leave.
Well, wait, hold on. Let me touch on some kid stuff because
right,
we have some moms and some families out there, and this area is awesome for kids. So we have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I will say that they have their own museum here in Lafayette. It's probably not going to be your desirable space for like the bigger kids, but it's great for the little kids. It's this tiny little museum that's right on the edge of the whole strip of like kind of Old Town Lafayette. They also have like a bunch of little areas that you can come. So we're sitting in one of the areas that's kind of in the middle of the road. It's just off to the side. It's right next to this really cute Eats and Sweets ice cream place, which is where we attempted this video yesterday. But cute little ice cream things. I mean, they even have, so my daughter's 1, and you don't give a 1-year-old a huge big ice cream cone, or at least in my family. And so they have these tiny little ice cream cones that you could put a tiny little scoop on. It was perfect for baby Addie. Little cute, thoughtful things that they do for the kids, and a bunch of little sit-in areas like this, and sculptures, fun sculptures as you walk.
Yeah.
This one's like a little
There's
moon
a
with
sculpture of like a moon with a kid.
And then they also have fairs and little things in the summertime. And those fairs, festivals, they have all these really cute vendors that come out. And I will say that Lafayette's really good about their like herbal stuff. And so you'll see apothecaries, and you'll see a bunch of little vendors coming out that are, have homemade jewelry and a lot of really local essential oils. Yeah, like
rugs.
some of the creams. Like some of the creams that we were doing for like, eczema and like more holistic things. You'll see like,
I think it's like a green chili. What was the one that we went to last time?
I don't know.
It was like a green chili
themed.
festival or something.
It was themed for
Because they had like different green chilies and jams and all kinds of crap.
Yeah, when they theme it, it's really cool because everyone kind of brings their own take on it.
Yeah.
But as you'll see through this video, like people are walking through here all the time, and it like that, wonderful lady, she had like all these little kiddos with her. So it's definitely a nice little place to walk through here. But that does kind of lead us to our third con and pro.
Oh, yeah. So the con, like I said, walkability. So Old Town, great. Outside of Old Town, the walkability just really isn't there. They have a few neighborhoods that are newer. They have the parks and they have the central location and all that stuff, but it's just like the rest of suburbia in Colorado. You don't have that walkability. It's not the same as downtown, where you're not going to be able to just, step outside of your house and just go do whatever the heck you want to do. You're going to have to take that car, Uber, whatever it might be, to a location where you can have more of that walkability. So that is a huge con to Lafayette. So.
Except for this area, yeah. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
The pros. The walkability in this area, just like if you haven't seen our Old Town Arvada video or Arvada video in general, same kind of concept. So go check it out if you haven't seen it. But same kind of concept. Anything that's surrounding this area, of course, the walkability's there, but then outside of this area, it just doesn't exist. So
I totally lost track. Are we on? I think we're on 4. Are we on 4?
Yep. No, I think we're on 5.
Now we're on 5.
Now we're on 5, yeah.
Very good. All right, so this one is, I say it's a huge pro and a con. So for anyone who's religious out there, non-denominational Christian, Flatirons is the 11th largest.
You're tapping on the table and you're distracting me.
Oh. Yeah, but I get pretty energized over here. So it's the 11th largest church in the United States, and it's literally a block that way. And their average attendance per week is 19,000 people, which is awesome. But when you have something this like small little old town, it's definitely looked down upon because of all the traffic and all that stuff. So a huge pro because, like I said, you got a killer church that is just down the street, amazing music. They do great at what they do, but we're in a small setting right now. And like I said, you have a problem with parking. You have a problem with the congestion. It's great for the businesses because guess what? When those people get out of church, guess what they want to do? They're going to want to go eat at all these breakfast places. They're going to want to go to, Tangerine and Community and stuff. Actually, I think Community's closed on Sundays. I think we tried doing it one time. It was close.
Yeah, but regardless, either people will hit the early service and then get lunch afterwards, or they'll go to the late service and they'll get breakfast. So it is good for the businesses. But for a while there, we saw a lot of pushback. In fact, the church would even announce, like, hey, please be respectful of the neighborhood, and we've designated certain spots for you to park, and just trying to make sure that they're being kind to all of the residents in Lafayette, because it was like bringing in a lot of people. They ended up opening multiple churches after that because to try to disperse, I think, some numbers.
Yep. And I just remembered, and I don't know if this is outside of our 5 or not, but I got a bonus for you. So the school system. So as I mentioned before, like I said, we are in Boulder County, and Boulder County public schools are known across the state for how great of a schooling system they have. I think they're ranked 4th in the state for their schools. So in Lafayette, you're going to get that. I think it's Boulder RE2 is what the district is here. But yeah, like I said, Boulder is really known for their schools. I mean, I know people in Broomfield who really try and get into that part of the Boulder County so that they can get into the school system. So they do have great schools here. We have kids. We're always looking at, where the great schools are and where to go. So that's super important if you're looking at moving your family into this area, is you are going to be in that Boulder district. So. Well,
I will say a con, which might be a little touchy, but they are a little bit more like COVID conscious. So like that's something you'll have to look into if it's something that's important to you, that with the school. So that could potentially be the con, is they are a little bit more, pro and con, right? So just deciding what fits best for your family, because they are really conscious, which could be a pro, or it could be that, if you have a kid like mine, trying to put Kingston in a mask, oh my gosh. So it's definitely preference, and we don't have any say of how you raise your family, but it is something to look into because they are very conscious in that space, and shoving my 3-year-old crazy boy into a mask is really hard. So
and that sun really popped out.
I like it.
It is freaking
I'm ready.
warm.
I can't wait to bring you guys videos where you get to see our beautiful Colorado summers.
Yeah.
If you've seen and you've been following our videos, we've been doing this kind of in like winter, spring months, and I can't wait to bring them our beautiful Colorado summers.
Like I said, they say Colorado has the best sunsets across the country, hands down. And I think when they start coming in, it's like late spring. They really start coming in, get some drone footage. They're amazing.
Just wait. If you haven't been following us yet, you need to follow us now because we're going to take you through all of the seasons of beautiful Colorado. People come here for our seasons.
That's true. Very true. So,
yep.
Summer and winter. It's not just the skiing. It's the hiking and all the camping and stuff. So.
And the fall with the colors.
Fall's amazing.
Just
yep,
wait.
All the trees.
If you haven't followed us for anything else, follow us for our seasons. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Cool, guys. Well, that is it. We're going to wrap this up. The pros and cons for Lafayette, Colorado. So we're going to go ahead and throw our number down below again. So go ahead and throw us a text or a call if you want to reach out to us. Like I said, we love helping out families who are relocating into this area. We love making these videos.
Yeah, and if there's a certain area that you want us to dive into, this is what we're here for. We want you to feel comfortable when you're moving to Colorado, and we want to be able to take you through those areas so that you feel like as if you have already been here. So if there's a certain thing that you want to know, you let us know, and we'll do that for you.
All right, sounds great, guys. Enjoy one, and we'll see you the next time.